Hi. Hi, Aries. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Maisie's Garden. How are you guys doing? We're going to do a what do you need to cultivate reading. So this is going to be, I'm going to use a bunch of Oracle. I'll use Tarot if I feel so inclined, if I need more messages. But we're just going to do like what you need to cultivate, what you need to focus on in order to grow, to elevate, to kind of go to the next level of whatever it is that you're trying to work on, okay? I'm just shuffling. I'm waiting for people to come on in. Hi, Steven. How are you doing? Oh, I just saw 111. And there was like one person, one like, so it was like a lot of ones. Anyway. All right. Just getting all my cards ready. Just getting all the cards ready. Hope you guys are doing well. If you're not doing well, I hope that you take time to become well again. All right. Talk to somebody that you trust, and talk about what it is that you've been feeling. This is going to be for Aries. It could resonate with you if you have your sun, moon, rising, and or Venus sign. No, sun, moon, rising. Oh my goodness. Sun, moon, rising, Venus, and or North Node sign. Okay. We're going to use a bunch of different decks here. Let's see. Let's see. We got a lot of energy shifting, a lot of like major energy coming. This next coming week, move into a lot of different, like we have some planets moving into different signs. There's a lot of stuff that's going to be happening. Moving into the Lunar New Year. So we're moving from the year of the snake to the year of the horse. We are, what else? It's a new moon. Oh, it's a solar eclipse. It's all like on the same day. And what's crazy is the moon like goes into its fullness of the new moon at like 3:33 p.m. Who doesn't love a good numerology astrology play? Love that. All right. I don't know which ones I want to start with. I think it's these ones. All right. So this is the Green Witch's Oracle deck is what I'm using first. It says, embrace the wisdom and insight of natural magic. It does, yes, it does start next week. Hi, Miriam. What are you doing? Hold on one second, guys. What is my dog's doing something weird. I'll be right back. Oh my gosh! You're such a bad dog. I can't believe he just did this. Come on. Come on. In. Let's go. In. I'm mad at you now. No. Go. Get in there. You know better. What? Wait till you guys see what he did. I'm going to have to show you. I can't believe he did this. So I bought Hi guys, sorry about that. My dog, of course, is being bold as per usual. And I had bought the Wuthering Heights book in this really nice hardcover book because I want to read it. And he was chewing the back of it. Chewing the back of the book and the spine of it. Yeah. Yeah. Dude, don't even look at me. I'm so mad. That stinks. I swear I can never have anything nice. I can't believe you did that. It's a bad dog. That was not nice. Okay, guys. Let me like recenter myself here for a second because he just really pissed me off. Wouldn't that piss you off? It's a really nice book. And not for nothing, it was like $25 for the hardcover book. And I'm a single mom. $25 is $25. I can still read the book. It's still workable. It's on the back. Miriam, don't be sorry. It's not your fault. It's my bold dog's fault. It's a bold dog. I've actually never seen him do that before. He's never gotten one of our other books and did that. I swear he hates it when the attention is not on him. He's such an attention dog. He's going to start barking soon. I just know it. I can feel it. I just know it. All right, anyway, this is not about him, but it's about you, Aries. All right, let's see what you need to cultivate. Oof. I need to cultivate some patience in this moment. Oof. Being able to see a silver lining. The whole book's not ruined. It's just the back. The front is still there. It's just a little corner of it. I can still read the book. Did I not call it? Did I not call it, guys? This dog is bold. Don't start. Don't sit there and bark this whole time. Hold on, guys. Okay. I put the cover over it so he can't see me. And maybe he'll just lay down and go back to sleep. Hi, Delbert. I still can't believe it. All right. Anyway, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. So this is me. Resonate with you. What do you need to cultivate? We're starting with the Green Witch's Oracle deck. I love you guys. I hope you're doing well. I'm going to have to put like a disclaimer and be like, just skip the first 8 minutes of me yelling at my dog. Just a bold little dog. All right. Spirit, what does Aries need to cultivate in order to grow? What do they need to work on, focus on? An area that they can help them grow. That went flying. 2 came out. Hold on, let me get it. All right, let's see. The first one was moss agate. Okay. And it says positivity and change. Literally wants you to focus on positivity. Maybe there's something about your mindset that needs to change. Maybe you need to start doing a little bit more positive affirmations, talking to yourself better. Our inner voice, it really is like an as above, so below type thing. Our inner voice, the way that we talk to ourselves, the type of language we use to ourselves, the words that we use, how we treat ourselves on the inside really does come out, and it reverberates out. Okay, so maybe there's a mindset change that needs to happen here. There's a little butterfly on it, so, and there's a chrysalis. Yeah, there's some type of transformation, different stages, okay, of life. I'm seeing, like, from the caterpillar. Is there a caterpillar here somewhere? Oh, there is. Caterpillar, chrysalis, butterfly. Yeah, so this is about going through different levels of growth, different types of stages. You could be in any one of these levels of growth, okay? And what it wants you to do is keeping a like like an optimistic outlook or a positive mindset, switching those negative thoughts. And actually, scientifically, the way our brain works and the way our neurons fire and the paths that they make, the negative thoughts are an easier path than a positive thought is. So it's actually easier for us to think negatively. And so when we feed into that and create all of it, it kind of gets hard to switch your mind into a positive mindset or to see things out of a positive lens, so much that you have to work on it. You have to intentionally change the way that you think, change the way that you're talking to yourself. A good exercise in this is in the mirror, talking to yourself in the mirror, telling yourself good things. Okay, it tricks your brain, tricks your mind, plants good things into your subconscious, and that's how we rewire the way that we think and what we're, the lens that we're seeing things out of. Okay. So they want you to cultivate a much more positive mindset, or even seeing change positively. Being open to change happening, growing, not holding yourself back or staying somewhere out of comfort, being open to things kind of going from one stage to the other, and welcoming that type of change, welcoming that type of growth, instead of resisting it or creating some type of tension, or trying to put it off, or like stop the inevitable, because the change is inevitable. If the caterpillar doesn't move into the chrysalis, it dies. So it's either grow or die. That's intense. Okay. Sorry, guys. It's grow or die. Like, whoa, that's kind of intense. I don't know where that. Okay. I'm just a messenger, okay? Love you guys. The next one that came out is Cauldron. I love this one. So nice. It says creation, opportunity, caring. They want, oh my goodness. Okay. They want you to cultivate, again, being, this opportunity being there. It's like being open for different things, being open for, different options or opportunities, going through different doors, going down a different path, switching things up a little bit. Creation, maybe, thinking about or creating something new, or even just creating, going back to the drawing board and retweaking something that you have once worked on, or something that maybe didn't quite work the first time, maybe going back from a new like a new standpoint, seeing it from a different angle, a new lens, right? And also cultivate more of a compassionate, caring energy. So I'm getting a lot of like heart chakra, heart space type of work, opening that up. This is also, I heard, vulnerable, becoming more vulnerable and working on that, so that you can be open to, newer or different opportunities that maybe you once didn't see as opportunities. And that's where this changes, okay? Because these cards together, this is about switching it up, or allowing things to grow and shift and change, and not being so like rigid in what you thought it needed to be originally, right? That's why there's like rough drafts or first drafts, second drafts. People tend to, especially creators, right? And I don't mean it in the new age creators online here. I'm talking about the artists, the creators, the ones that build things, and the innovators, okay? Their first design in whatever it is usually not the final product, and that's okay. It usually goes through different stages in order to tweak it for it to be better. And I feel like that's what's happening here, especially could be in your creative endeavors. All right. You may also start working. There may be a positive change in the way that you care about people or even care for yourself. Okay. And that may change or needs to have some kind of change or focus on it in order to cultivate a better life, in order to cultivate getting to, you know, that next level that we're looking for. Because that's really what this reading is about. How do I get to this next level? What do I need to cultivate in order to do that? That's interesting, guys. I like it though. All right, let's move on to the next. Do I want to stagger? No, this one's next. Okay. Okay. The next one that I'm reading from is the Soul Symphony card deck. I saw this on another reader's page and was like like I just couldn't stop watching. I was like, your cards are so pretty. I'm trying to think of what her thing name. Maybe it's Fire Witch. I don't know if that's her though. I don't want to say the name and it be wrong. She's another great reader on here. I think I found her on Twitter X, whatever it's called. So okay, let's get into this. Next pile on what you need to cultivate. Spirit, what does Aries need to cultivate in order to get to the next level? It is a nice green, isn't it? Oh, I didn't see that. What kind of dog do I have? A little shit dog. That's what he is. He's a little pain in the ass dog. What do Aries need to cultivate, Spirit? Okay. 3 came out. The first one came out as Clown. Without reading what the bottom ones say, this may mean you need to cultivate a much more playful attitude or, you know, energy about yourself. Something where you're able to, you know, goof off, not take things too seriously. You're able to laugh at not only yourself but others, kind of like roasting people or like roasting yourself a little bit, and you know, in a very like also feels like very witty way. It's not or it can just be, you know, really releasing that just like silly, wild, goofy side of yourself. Okay, this says appearances, humiliation, feeling ashamed. What you need to work on is actually being your true self, even if you're a clown. Listen, I'm not afraid of clowns in the sense of just clowns in general. When they made them evil, obviously, like that gets freaky. But clowns can be really funny. I love clowning around. I love to laugh. So I'm, you know, I can be a really big clown as well. But this is also about, you know, having a sense of humor, being able to see the funny side of things or see, you know, the duality in things. You also need to work on the way that this feels, because it says appearances, humiliation, feeling ashamed. You need to work on being more of yourself, like unapologetically. So if you are a little bit goofy or you are, you know, a little clownish, or you like to do really what can be interpreted as almost immature things, but it, you know, and it's not like if you're doing immature things, but it's not in the sense of, you know, being mean to other people or hurting others or putting others down or just acting in a way that really how do I say this? Like, you know, is detrimental to somebody else. It's okay to be a freaking clown. It's okay if you just want to be silly and goofy and maybe not take things always so seriously, especially in our, you know, societal climate right now. Things are really heavy, things are really coming to a head. So maybe you need to cultivate a little bit more of a lighthearted energy, taking a breather from everything serious, and, you know, just joke around a little bit and laugh. Okay. Ooh, this is ravenous. Insatiable, uncontrollable desires must have hunger for pleasure. You need to cultivate a hunger for pleasure. Huh. You know what this feels like? This feels like somebody that has lost a desire for something, or lost that like excitement or lust for life. It, you know, there's like no passion behind what they're doing. There's no thrill. There's no excitement. There may be even no laughing. There may, you know, and you know, have you ever found something that you love to do, and when you first found it, it was almost that uncontrollable want and need to continue to do it? It may have like been on the forefront of your mind all the time, thinking about it. So the next time that you could do it, you know, whatever this is, the excitement behind it, you know, I need it. I need to do this. I want more of this. It feels like someone has lost this and they need to find this again. Find whatever this is within their life. There may be a need to go back to certain things. Remember, because I had said that, it felt like maybe needing to retouch upon things that didn't work out before, and seeing where they could be tweaked or you know, changed in some way, so that it does reignite that thrill again, that spark of passion, you know, that, you know, aha moment or hit of innovative brilliancy or something along those lines that really just ignites something within you. Also, between ravenous and clown, it's like you may need, and maybe you have forgotten this, but you need to cultivate just having a much more lighthearted outlook on things, your perception on things, the way that you see things. All right. And this is reminiscing, looking at photos, good times, thinking about you, dwelling. Good time, looking at photos, good times. You may need, there's something about needing to be reminded about what you once enjoyed doing. I don't know if you got sucked into the monotony and the everyday, you know, grind, like the everyday drudge of life, where everything became very monotonous and you're doing the same things over and over again, and life almost feels like it lost its color a little bit. Things just kind of got dull. This feels like you need to go back to remembering when things were fun, when you were happy and laughing. What did that look like? Who were you around? What were you doing? You know, and maybe there's a need to like release a little bit of this uncontrollable need to like dwell on things. You may be an overthinker. You may have some things going on in your mind. You may have a restless mind, and maybe has been triggered with a lot of like doom and gloom stuff. And you need to be reminded about like the good things in life, or you need to cultivate that lens, that perception that you're looking at things through. That's interesting. All right. Next, we're going into the Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards. And I liked these when I used them in that, what was it? A collective reading, I think I did. So let's see what comes out with this and what you need to cultivate. I mean, it could be the Joker. right, let's see. Spirit, what does Aries need to cultivate? What kind of energy does Aries need to cultivate? 2 popped out. Let's see. We have Lady, and she's holding an apple. Enjoy growth and reap rewards. They're like, you need to grow. Maybe all right. Maybe you've been doing the same thing over and over again, because kind of what I'm getting is like, you may be doing the same thing over and over again. You've lost this spark. You've lost this like oomph for life, or things have just become real dull and boring, and there's not been any kind of real excitement, or it's just so predictable. You may need to change things up. You may need to start creating or taking opportunities that incite new experiences, being around new experiences, being around new people, you know, going and trying new things, picking up a hobby, joining a bowling league, going to that painting class. I don't know, just like anything to get yourself out into a community. There's a need to cultivate the more feminine energy, or like the and it doesn't necessarily have to be you have to be more feminine. It's just the themes behind the feminine energy. It's the vulnerability, it's the receptivity, the nurturing, compassionate abilities that is innately feminine. Or like, you know, the feminine energy nature. It's being open to receive and allowing yourself to then multiply and create, because energetically the feminine energy receives and then is able to amplify and create what it receives. Okay. And that is what a female energy is. So there's something about cultivating that, taking in what you're learning, getting whatever, and then expanding that, or you know, using that to create something bigger. When you do this, you're going to start seeing a much more change, or you're going to start seeing a shift in what you're trying to manifest. You're going to start seeing those rewards or those goals, the things that you've been trying to manifest, start coming in. Those blessings that you've kind of been wishing, hoping, and praying for, they are going to start coming in. It's giving Gemini. I don't know what that means. Don't know what that means, because I was not getting Gemini energy at all. So I don't know what you mean, Stephen. Anyway, and then I have Animal Guardian here. It says, trust your instincts. They want you to cultivate that trust between your intuition and yourself. So you could do some exercises that help you strengthen your intuition, little tests. Also just trusting yourself the first time. And once you start doing that and you start seeing that, you know, you can trust yourself. You were right about the energy that you were feeling, or your first instinct was correct, and you start trusting that little voice, it becomes stronger, and then a lot of good things can happen from that, and a lot of actual growth. That could be part of it, opening yourself up to listening to your intuition. Maybe a major part of what needs to happen in order for you to get to that next level. All right, and to end things off, I'm doing the Keepers of the Light. Both of these are by Kyle Gray. That the ancestor cards, the ancestors and guardians, or whatever it's called, and then this Keepers of the Light. They're both Kyle Gray, by the way. All right. Let's see. Spirit, what kind of energy does Aries need to cultivate? Okay, 3 came out. Let's see. First one, the one that flipped up first. I can never say this right, but I'm pretty sure it's Mahatavar Babaji. If I butchered that, I'm so sorry. It says soul expansion. Your conscious is expanding. You understand the connections between all things. They want you to cultivate that relationship between the universe and yourself, your spirit guides and yourself, that higher power and yourself. Strengthening that bond so that you can get divine messages, so that your soul can grow, learn lessons, gain more knowledge, expand, and open your mind and your experiences to new things. You may learn some things that you just didn't think either were possible, or, there's something about your mindset shifting. The way that you see things is shifting. The way that you understand things. You very well could be changing, an opinion. This could be just you changing your opinion because you finally see things in a very clear manner. There's some type of clarity that they want you to work on getting, and becoming really in tune with your intuition and really being open to allowing spirit to kind of like lift the veil so that you can see what's really happening is what they want you to do. This is going to help you to your next level. Okay. Ooh, the Miriam. I love this card. It's got magnolias on it. Or, not magnolias, I'm sorry. It's got white lilies on it. It's a sacred vision. Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. This is your heart space chakra. And a little bit of your third eye, like that sacred vision. You may have innate abilities to have visions, or your psychic sight, or opening up your third eye and using it. You may need to work on that stuff. Work on those gifts if you have them. Okay? It says choose to forgive in order to heal. You may need to cultivate forgiveness. Allowing yourself to let go of things that may have happened to you, heal them, really deal with the emotions that have come up about those things, and letting it go once and for all. Because I know a lot of people have a hard time with forgiveness because it feels like you're giving the other like they're off the hook of what they did. And it's just really not the case. Forgiveness is more about for yourself. It's about the weight that you carry because of the action. It's the heaviness that is on you, that in order to forgive, and this has a lot to do with even forgiving yourself for interacting with that person or getting into that situation or making that decision, okay? And relieving yourself of the guilt and the shame and the regret, so that you can just let it go. So forgiveness is really more for self than it is about the other person. You can forgive what happened so you can release that heaviness and not forget what happened. And that person doesn't need to be in your life, or you don't have to make that same situation. You don't have to stay in that same environment, whatever that is. Okay? They also want you to cultivate maybe seeing the good in others. You may have this outlook, right? This pessimistic outlook where everybody's out to get everybody or use them or, hurt you or whatever. You may need to change that outlook. What's going on inside self that all you see is negativity around you? Because there is a lot of darkness around, but there also is a lot of love and light, okay? There are people still out here doing good things out of the goodness of their heart because it came from, a really, fantastic place inside them. And you need to learn to be able to start seeing that again. I don't know if the people that you're surrounding yourself with, or just the people that you're allowing in your space, and how's your boundaries? Because this feels like, to see the light in all, you have to be around people that you can trust. around people that you know have integrity, have a form of dignity, have morals and values, and they operate from a certain level that align with where either you're trying to go or how you truly feel inside. Seeing silver linings too. All right. This last card is Horus, Cosmic Gateway. Let's see what this says. It says, your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. See, it comes down to your thoughts. What's going on inside you that all you see is negative? There must be some, as above, so below. There's got to be some kind of negativity going on inside that you're not dealing with. Okay? And that needs to be dealt with. That change has to happen from inside so that you can turn into the beautiful butterfly. And then you can, you know, experience the goodness that life has to offer. Okay. That's what I have for you, Aries. That was, you know, a pretty deep reading. This is, I guess these are going to be deep. Then I realized. Deeper than I realized. All right. So that's what I have for you. I love you guys so very much. I am doing Taurus next. I think I'm only going to do 3. I'm not going to push myself. I had been sick the last 2 days. I caught a gnarly stomach bug. And I'm still like sore and hurt. I like hurt a little bit and I still don't feel great, but I wanted to get these started. So I think I'm going to do like the, you know, Aries, Taurus, Gemini. And so the next one I'm going to do is Taurus. Come on over if you want to watch that. And this is where I leave you. I love you guys so very much. Reach out if you need any help, and I'll see you soon. Bye, Aries. Oh, beyond your own force of nature, love you. Thank you. I'll see you guys over in Taurus.